Bang, boom, bang. What is up? This is the Silver Screen Savants, and we are talking about 1980s Flash Gordon.
Oh,
I got to say,
There's gonna be a universe.
I regret not seeing it sooner.
Oh,
it's one of those films that, you know, kind of flies under the radar, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It flies very well under the radar.
Yeah, I want to start with what is okay. I will start with DJ Anubis. What is your first time experiencing this movie? Like, what you remember the memories? Like, you remember the?
I can't really remember the first time I saw it. It would definitely be towards the end of the 80s, but I remember at the time of its release, it was like a big controversy, surprisingly, because of the scene where Gordon is being kind of eaten by that like spider thing from the ground. And people were complaining about how bad it was, and mainly from critics, but just like they were saying it was too gory for kids because it was based off a comic. But by the time I watched it, like later on, like I was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I don't know, it was just like, it was too gory for kids. And I remember like watching it, like later on, like I was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But even then, it was like, I really, really enjoyed it. But I think at the time, like when I finally saw it, I didn't even really put two and two together until I saw Timothy Dalton in one of the Bond movies. I said, "Oh shit, that's Prince Baron. That's awesome." Yeah, but yeah, it had to be sometime like probably like I don't know 5 or 6 years after its release that I finally got around to seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, yours?
Like mine would have been like many years after this film come out. I was born in 1983, so I can't remember the exact time I watched it, but the one thing that will always stand out to me is Brian Best. He is a British icon. He's a homegrown, national treasure. Obviously you see him in that particular movie, but beyond the movie, he's done like different things in the UK. But besides that, I remember seeing the initial scenes with the rocket with Flash Gordon as a kid. And I don't know why it reminded me of something like the Thunderbirds. It was just so crazy out there, but I'll be honest, I can't remember the year that I seen it. But as I got older, I used to hear obviously the Queen music, as you do. And then I reconnected with the film. I would have said about 1998. And that's when I fully reconnected with this movie and just absolutely adored it.
Janet Graham Bale.
Well, I knew about this film, but the thing about it is there were several things about this film before it that I seen, like the original 30 serials that came out back then. It was showing on television. And then they had this animated filmation television show that came on Saturday mornings with the interpretation of Flash Gordon. So when the film came out, I was kind of like, oh, okay, they got a film version of this particular character. So I wouldn't see this film. I would actually see it on HBO Family.
Uh-oh.
He got frozen. So let's go to Brony. This is your first time seeing it, right?
Yep, very much enjoyed it. The visuals and the character designs were great. The aesthetic, the designs, and the structures of the place were great. Pacing was well done, and it was really action packed. I really liked the direction they went with the action scenes, and the acting was on point too. And really well written.
Anthony.
There he is. He's back.
Let Walter finish first.
Yeah, let Walter finish his thought.
Sorry.
It's no, you don't have to finish because I just say this right now. I'm having another issue, so whatever happens next, it's not even worth talking about. So just go ahead.
Okay.
Anthony.
My first time watching it was yesterday. It's something I knew of, never had really access to seeing, and like it was something that was just always so far out of the periphery I never entertained watching. I checked it out yesterday. I had fun with it. It was campy in the right places. It knew when to take it seriously. For me, the standout in this film was my favorite James Bond, Timothy Dalton. And I could just imagine what this must have been like to go see with a family in the theater back in the day, because the character was originally introduced in 34, so this is perceivably a kid going to see something that both their parents and grandparents were fans of.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say, my mom and dad went on a date to see this film.
That's crazy.
Cool.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Was this before they were married or after?
When did this come out?
1980.
Yeah. They might have just been me. Might have just been married because I was born in 1983. So
Okay.
something happened.
There you go. Some magic.
Your mom said, "Oh, I like Flash Gordon. Let's go get our groove on. We'll go make us a Kevin."
Yeah, but I do have an older brother.
Mhm.
So he might have. I think he might have actually. He might have been born. Yeah, I think he's 3 years older than me. So yeah, he would have been born in 1980.
Okay.
They probably made a baby and were absolutely exhausted and thought, after Graham, my brother, let's go to the pictures to celebrate. I don't know. But I do, my mum has always, said this film is a film she always has loved, and she absolutely fell in love with the actor who plays Ming from
Sadao.
yeah, she absolutely loves him. And she actually, because she loves him that much, that she started buying Exorcist teddy bears.
I think this one is one that deserves a modern day revival.
I actually agree with Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, though, just looking at Rotten Tomatoes, it's actually got a lot of high scores for what I would thought, because it's 83 for the critics and then 69 for the audience. So that's actually better than I thought. I really would have thought, due to how the media and everybody reacted back in 1980, the scores would be much lower. But I'm happy that it's a lot better than what I thought it was in terms of the reception it got.
Also, speaking of Brian Blessed for a second, also he's in Star Wars Episode 1 as Boss Nass. He's the vocals, so I think he still had the range back then.
Well, one thing I'm blessed is that, from what I understand, is even his persona, you see him in the movie, he's like that in real life. He's a really cheerful
he is. He is. I've met him.
Oh, that's really cool.
He's awesome.
It was a random.
I did find out something very cool, though, that I wish would have happened, but it didn't. So, from a personal standpoint, watching this movie back when I did, I was a younger teen. I was in love with Anela Mutis, who plays Princess Aura. I had a huge crush on her. Turns out, from what I read, she was up to play the lead Bond girl in For Your Eyes Only. She turned it down and regretted it. She would have been fucking amazing in that role, dude. I was like,
I did not know that.
Dude. Yeah, when I found out, I was like, oh, dude, it would have been so cool to see her in that.
But here's a real story. Brian Best was doing a theatre play at where I come from in Newcastle, England. We have the Theatre Royal, and he was doing some sort of show there, and I was working in retail at the time, and I was on the other side of the food hall, down where the lower tills were, and we have the self-checkout tills at the top. The store was very busy this day, so I was down the bottom trying to do my best to whatever job. And all of a sudden, I heard this voice, "I cannot work this till. Who can help me?" So I goes running down the bottom of where I was, right, 20 tills down. And it was Brian Best saying, and he just, in such his nice, he goes, "Can you help me?" I went, he goes, I'm too old for this shit.
Sounds like a cool guy.
And he went, all he get, bless him, he had a bottle of water and a BTL sandwich. So I saved him. He went, "Thank you, kind sir. He's such a gentleman." But I said, Brian,
that would have been a great moment for you, to go, "Dive!"
But the thing is, the store was so busy, and I looked at him and I went, "You're Brian Bress." He went, "Yes, I am, the one and only." And He walked away, but then he shook. But the thing is, when he shakes your hand, he doesn't shake your hand. He's like, you put your hand out, and then he goes. It's not just a handshake. He literally shakes your body.
Mhm.
That's funny.
But he's like, yeah, this is what. How long I left retail now? Like this would have been like 2010, something like that. But I've got three celebrity experiences in my life. That is number one. There's another one that is just as good, and there's another one I will always detest, which I'll not bring up. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
So my first experience with this movie, I first rented this movie from the grocery store. We used to have a movie section at a local grocery store here in town called Schnucks, and they used to have a movie section, and I rented the movie off VHS way back. Let's be honest, the cover for the movie looks really cool. It entices people when you see Ming on it. You see Flash Gordon. It's kind of like the thumbnail also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But it's not just the thumbnail. Like I said to you, I was born in 1983. This film come out earlier. I was too young, obviously, to see. But another thing that captivated me about the movie was the music.
Yes, that's
so like for example, even if I had not ever seen this film before, I was sitting down and doing this now, the one thing that would have always stood out is the music, because it's Queen. And of course, you connect this certain song to Queen. Mm-hmm. So when you connect this certain song to Queen, you're also connected to this particular movie.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because they went on to do Highlander as well, like the big song from that. So they really...
Yes, I love Highlander.
Yeah, Highlander is... Yes.
Highlander is love. Anyways, the movie begins. We hear Ming board. Clytus set their eyes on the planet. Ming and Clytus, this creepy looking, cool Darth Vader-esque baddie. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. See, you see Darth Vader, I think he looks more like Dr. Doom.
I was thinking that too.
That's exactly who the second person. There's two. Darth Vader was number one. Dr. Doom's right there at number 2. They also have a picture of me.
Yeah, Max did a really good job as Ming in this film.
Yeah,
very.
Mm-hmm.
Like completely like transformed.
If you didn't know that was him, you wouldn't think that was him.
Right.
Yeah, so they set eyes on the planet to destroy, and all kinds of natural disasters happen as Earth gets attacked. And then we get the banger of a theme song from the band Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Which to me is still one of my favorite film scores with what they did with Queen.
Mm-hmm.
That was something of an interesting thing in the 80s, that you had just science fiction or fantasy epics with rock bands doing the music for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had this and Highlander Queen did, and whether you like the 80s Dune or not, you had Toto do the score for that, and whether you like the movie or not, that score was amazing.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Is Queen in? I'm just curious. I didn't put this on here. Is Queen in your guys' top 10 bands of all time? Any? You guys like Anubis or Kevin?
Maybe top 15.
it would be hard because it depends on what we're talking about. Like, what's the parameters of the music? So obviously, if you're saying like one of the most famous bands ever, yes, they'd be in top 10 easily.
Like Guns N' Roses or Metallica.
Well, that would be sort of a different category for me.
Different genre.
So
Queen's rock and roll.
But I mean, if you're gonna say like the most like famous, like you might talk like Rush or Rolling Stones, stuff like that. Like you're just really a band that everybody knows. That's the Queen is one of those bands that you would always know by just name.
Sam J. Jones, Melody Anderson, Paul, Timothy Dalton, Max von Sydow, and Brian Blessed, and loads of other cast members star in this movie. Football star Flash Gordon is looking at a newspaper when it starts to rain. A van drives by and a plane just lands. In the van, a woman gets out and Flash Gordon is in with Dale. Dale and Flash are in the air. On the ground, meteorites rain down towards the ground. He goes to the pilot, and the pilot wants an autograph for his son. Flash introduces himself to Dale as Flash Gordon. In the plane, a cloud comes towards them behind them. And then we jump to one of the most iconic, recognizable characters in William Pootkins. In Star Wars, he's in Star Wars. I think he's in... I don't know what all the... I'm trying to think of... Raiders of the Lost Ark also.
I was going to say, I think it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, yeah.
Raiders and this one, and Batman also.
Funny thing about this film, real quickly, is that rewatching it, like, it's still so fun to watch, but considering how it's shot and how kind of fun and goofy it is, because Dino De Laurentiis like were really big producers around this time with a lot of different stuff they were doing. The film does not look like a big time Hollywood production. It looks like something you'd see from an independent filmmaker, which still makes it kind of endearing. But it's kind of funny because if you were to make that film now, I think it would still be fun for a lot of people because it has that old like independent film vibe.
Yeah, but I agree with that, but I don't as well because look at the backlash of the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, but okay. Well, let's rewind a little bit. Do you think that the original Dolph Lundgren would have been better than the one they put out now, if they released it now?
So if you mean if you took and put him into the, maybe it's not guaranteed a success.
Because I think part of the reason why the new one is kind of struggling is because everybody remembers that early one. So like even if you took right now and said, hey, we're going to remake the Goonies, I think a lot of people are just going to backlash because they love that original film. But if you took that original film and threw it into today, they probably would enjoy it more because of what it is.
I also think it's actors as well.
Yes.
So, like you mentioned,
yes.
What you was basically trying to say is if you took Dolph Lundgren, if he was a young man now and put him into the modern Masters of the Universe, that made it work. Who knows? But I also feel bad for the young actor because let's face it, he's an unknown. He was given this massive job, and despite the critics, I think it's not the critics actually were mixed. There was ones that loved it, there was one that hated it. It's the fans. There was a lot of fans that absolutely adored it through what grew up with it. So it was a mixed bag. So if they actually ever remade this movie, would they keep it serious at a camp? Because at the end of the day, it's a lesson learned of what happened with Masters of the Universe. Like, they tried to pull in the original fans. It didn't work. Or it did work, but that's the only thing. They didn't get new fans. Everyone who visited the Masters of the Universe was the ones who grew up with it, or who knew the product. There were kids going, who the fuck's him? Who's he? Where I would imagine potentially how they worked it, the same result might happen with Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get that, and I could see it. I mean, if you do it right, that's how you make.
I'm
the
curious
most.
how Brony feels about the early part of the film, like how it set up everything. How did you feel about that?
It's interesting the way it was set up early in the film.
How is your reaction? You think? I think better way of saying it. Like,
Did you like all the how Ming's kind of like playing with the weather and having meteorites and shit fall down and all that stuff?
Yeah, that was cool.
Mhm. I'm glad you
Cool
like.
set of visuals there.
Yeah, the fact that he's toying with the earth and
Mhm.
I thought that was a good blend of it being serious yet funny, because he just literally has buttons with the name of every possible disaster.
Right?
That's
So
fantastic.
it's serious, but you can still laugh at it.
Which kind of happens later when Hawkman he's like taking the remote. He's like, "Give me the remote," and he's like,
I wish I could do that with people though.
"Yeah, I bet you wish you could."
Man.
Anubis, syphilis.
Oh my God.
Anthony Jordan, win the lottery. Jedi Grand Velle. As much women as you could possibly, I'm not going the right.
Well, I mean, hey, now that definitely would drink to that for sure.
I'll
Entertainment
buy that for
headquarters.
$1.
He's right.
Entertainment headquarters to go mainstream, but that's never gonna happen.
Hey,
But,
better yet,
anyway,
entertainment headquarters goes 1 million subscribers.
that'll do.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So we jumped to Munson, played by I think he's iconic, so that's why I call William Bootkins iconic. 4 roles, different movies, and you look at him as iconic in my sense. He wakes up, the bed's on fire. He wakes up on Zarkov, who's asleep, and he tells him there is no sun. And I quote his stuff from the movie because it's so iconic and easy for me to remember stuff. So Zarkov hears something on the radio and asks Munson what he found, the moon out of orbit. Munson replies, by more than 12 degrees, it's no mistake, it's an attack, is what Zarkov says.
But can I point one thing, little thing out here in this moment? When that piece of rock is burning on his bed, do you think he would be that easily smothered by the covers that he has on the bed? Because it's like, seem like the heat will still be able to ignite it, don't you think? I mean, of course, this is a film, so logic doesn't appear in this kind of genre. This is going to point that out.
Yeah, I think it could.
So I put a picture in there, Olvin. Can you pull that out? Because I cannot believe how great she still looks. That's Onella Muti. That's Princess Aura. She's 71.
Oh, that's her. Wow.
She's
I'm not being
71.
funny.
It looks like that.
I am a keen
Wow.
man.
71.
Yeah,
Still got it.
Man, but yeah,
it's insane.
Well, that shows she took good care of herself. That's all.
Yeah,
She is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
yeah,
God love her. She's beautiful.
insane.
All I know is when I was 11 years old and saw her in that particular outfit, it's like, yeah.
We don't need to know. We don't need to know that.
Okay, then we'll leave that alone. All right.
But she is absolutely stunning.
She
Like,
is.
God love her. Like, blessed from God.
Yeah.
So, and I will want to point out this real quick before we go any further, because we're going to get into the part that I really appreciate about this film is the costume design. I swear this costume design does not get enough credit in what it was brought to the screen, because they didn't even get a nomination for best costume design for this film. They didn't get anything because the costume design in this movie is like outrageous, but I feel deserves that category pretty well. I mean, it's very colorful, very unique, but unfortunately, like so many critics, so many opinions about people, they just, boy, y'all don't see good stuff when you see it,
Yeah, I had told Ulvin last, like, I knew this was a much older property and it stayed true to the aesthetics. Yeah. And I commented to him, I'm like, I feel like some tokusatsu had to have taken inspiration from this, because you could take Ming and his henchmen and they wouldn't look too out of place in a Sentai or Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of a sudden, fragments of asteroids come through the roof of the building. Zarkov wants to go to space with Munson. Munson doesn't want to go to space. Zarkov pulls a gun and Munson frantically runs away. The plane pilots are killed. You see a glimpse of Ming the Merciless in the plane footage dying. I think it's really brief, but I noticed it.
That scared me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, maybe because I was a kid, but that scared the shit out of me when I saw that part. When he comes right through at the screen, but it takes out. It's like, dude, that was like, I was like, what the hell? So that's pretty frightening for me.
Munson goes to the greenhouse outside, runs straight back inside as the plane crashes into the greenhouse as Munson dodges out of the way.
No, he didn't dodge it. He gets squashed.
He gets totally squashed.
Yes.
And by the way, if I am distracted, it's because I've got Ming
the Merciless.
He's literally just tried to chew me internet wire.
Uh-oh.
God, no.
This is why I've been like in and out of like turning the camera off, and because I had to turn also the mic off because I was seeing some things that you know.
And he's saying, "Feed me, motherfucker."
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
see, you said something. Now I got Hazel coming up to me.
A caveman and just being very nasty to me cat. And,
okay.
and even when I did, say these words to him, and I was looking bang in his eye, he went, "Who the fuck you talking to, you fucking prick?"
So basically, you were banging when you was off camera, is what you're saying?
Oh.
No,
we don't need to hear about that. Please.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm stopping. Let me speak here.
No, I was actually just saying, do not fucking mess with me, ways.
Okay.
But anyway, Ulvin, would you like to continue?
Yes,
or would you
sorry.
like me to continue with the
I'm
plot?
sorry.
Yeah, so Flash, Dale, and Zarkov get into the rocket, and Flash and Zarkov get into a quarrel with each other. They launch and they rocket into space, and they go into the Imperial Vortex.
Yes.
They crash land on planet Mongo, and Ming's guards investigate the crash rocket. I didn't even get a picture of Ming's guards. That's one thing I missed.
They're pretty cool looking. They're pretty menacing. They look like ape faces too. That's the thing.
If you know what in Star Wars they're called, the Death Guard or something, they're like that. They look like that. I think it's another type of. They look like dark troopers. That's the best.
I was gonna say, I thought you said stormtroopers.
They're dark troopers. They're the ones that.
Oh, them. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I see a comparison there to them.
But isn't that the opposite of Star Wars? This is more colorful compared to Star Wars.
But I mean, in a way, when you're
But
watching,
this is basically just a campy male version. This is me, a campy male version of Barbarella.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
This is how I look at this. This is like a space opera version Barbarella with mere men actors. It's not as wacky or crazy as Barbarella, but
No.
it's got
And
the
also
same
produced by
wackiness
Dino
and
De Laurentiis
happiness.
too.
There you go. Boom.
Speaking of the guards,
But the guards, they come into contact with Flash and them, and he says, "We're from Earth. We're friends." And of course, he gives the handshake, and they give him a handshake. All right, they do a flip on him. It's like, and then get the thing on his neck. It's like, yeah, you're very friendly. So
Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Barbarella, Alvin?
not yet. I've heard of it.
It's very wacky. It's true to its times, but for me, this is very along. It's a mixture of serious and Barbarella. That's all I can say.
and Barbarella is a little bit more adult, I should say.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Very adult.
He gets zapped with a gun that shoots out a hand on Flash's throat from the guards. The trio are escorted to the throne room. When going towards it, a lizard man gets zapped by an orb-like object.
I like the sound of when that lizard man gets zapped. Like, hey! That's so funny to me. I mean, that shows right there the campiness of this film. You know, I mean, it's like it's a little serious, but it's like you got to have that little bit of humor in there. You know, it's like that's so over the top with that expression like that. So it's very funny.
Okay. We see Hawkman, little dwarfs. Funny enough, Kenny Baker is one of the dwarfs in this movie, who is R2D2. And then also, I think Billy Barty is also.
But I think if you, I'm hoping you will point this out. Deep Roy is in here.
Yes, I know. He is the. I'm like, that's Deep Roy.
Well spotted, Jedi.
Yes.
Yeah. We see Hawkman, Little Dwarfs, and Flash, Dale, and Zarkov are in the throne room. We see the bald-headed Ming the Merciless.
Yeah.
His daughter, who Anubis was talking about, her character, Laura, and the cool and creepy-looking Clytus. Voltan presents the Ice Jewel of Phrygia. Baron walks in, played by Timothy Dalton, who is James Bond, right here.
Here you go. See?
And here's Voltan.
No, that seems best.
Like I said,
Brian Best.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Best is like...
He's very...
he's massive here in the UK. He's absolutely massive. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think this was the first time. I'm sorry.
I told you the story when I first met him. Like, I had.
Oh, you met him? Okay.
You know, when I was in the retail store, and at the bottom, and he went, "I cannot operate this machine."
Wow.
And
So
I ran up, and it was him, and it was the sort of shit out, and I was like.
So can you say that he was a little bit like his character, a little bit eccentric, but not?
No, he's not. He's not his character. The character is him.
Oh, wow, okay.
What you see with the character is exactly who Brian Best is. Wow. He's absolutely amazing. Like, he's loud, he's proud, but he's also very humble and very. Okay. When you want to talk to him softly, he'll talk to you softly. He's like. But then if you go to him, tell us a famous line like, I love you just do it on the spot. Like if you were in a church and you were so quiet, and you go, we need to see this. We're very quiet, yeah. We're very quiet. He'd go, I am here.
He has to voice himself very dramatically, and that's I got.
And he doesn't mean to do it. It's his voice.
So I guess what Melanie
He's a British icon now.
but the person that plays Dale, she said that the way when he pats her on the butt in that one scene, I'm thinking like that's him being him, that's being it. I was like, are you sure? Maybe he just over the top with that.
It's either did you ask for it? Did he just pay a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, it's because that seems like that's a little bit much, but then and the character seems like that would be something that we do. So it's like he could have ad-libbed that most likely. So I was like, all right. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it wasn't whatever, nothing being said,
Right.
to my knowledge.
All right. Well, Alvin, what's coming up next on this? I mean, we're in the throne room and everything, and we discover certain things about certain.
Can you kind of
repeat that.
Where do we go next?
Okay.
Like, can you? Is there any way you can like fasten it down?
Yeah. So so we get a football fight between me, including Flash,
Ming's guards,
and yes, okay. Flash is a quarterback for the.
He's a quarterback for the New York Jets. Yes.
Yeah, so basically he's using his football skills to kind of like knock down the guards, and this is of course when Princess Aura is like kind of like infatuated with him because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
And then they start throwing those little egg things around that he throws and starts knocking them back. And there is a funny part where Ming's talking to Dr. Doom there, and he's like, I thought these guys were on their pills. Like, I thought they were stronger than this.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, maybe you should exterminate that trainer.
Yeah.
I did like that touch that he fought like a football player.
Right. Yeah, of course, until Zarkov throws an egg at him and hits him in the head and knocks him out.
Oh my. But you see where he does that when this is a show of power of how someone is ruthless like this. He tells the people, the different kingdoms, it's like, we're going to execute him because he humiliated us in front of them. It's like he can't lose face. So it's like he has to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna skip forward. So we see Princess Aura. She has her pet with her. Fellini. This is the pet's name, who is Deep Roy, like Jedi was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Flash, Dale, and Zarkov follow the drone. And that's how they introduced to me by the quarterback afterwards. Dale gets transfixed by Ming. Okay. Ming prepares Dale for pleasure. Basically wants Dale to be his wife.
Yes.
That was a nice effect he had too when he was like putting her in a trance with his ring, and he's like kind of like feeling around her. So I thought that was really cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That to me was now. See, and I gotta explain something real quick about this. Me as a kid growing up, and kind of, you expect certain things in films. If it's something you're going to see, it's going to happen in there. If it's something that's basically a family film, in a sense, when you see stuff like that, coincidentally, I get kind of uncomfortable by that because it's like, that's not what I was expecting to see in this. It's like her being aroused by that. I was like, okay, that's a little much,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like if you're getting aroused by something and something family friendly, it doesn't sound family friendly.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like
you got to remember, this was before the PG-13 rating.
True.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Princess Aura was basically like the universe's whore. Like, she was basically kissing and being with anybody she could be around that time. So.
Right?
Mhm.
Flash is sent to be executed by Ming and by gas.
Why did they? And that's the other thing. Why did they put him in like a hot pants to get executed? Like, why can't he just be in clothes? I mean, he was being gassed. He wasn't being like electrocuted or anything. So he's like in these hot pants.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? Maybe this is just to give the female viewers
Yes.
something to
Thank you.
watch. Maybe that's what it
Yep.
was.
Yeah.
I have to say that's what it was.
And Flash is put to death, but he is revived thanks to Aura,
Mhm.
who's like, let me take you to Baron's place, where Baron is. And Dale has a little squirrel with the guards, little gunplay. I think that's cool also.
Mhm.
Okay, so General Kala has Zarkov put into a mind probe like laser beam, and he's like just experimented on. Like they're trying to find all his secrets and stuff, basically. I like how I'll get to it when I get to it, but I like how he sums it up by saying, "Why use Shakespeare to break their telepathy?" But Flash Aura sends a telepathic message to the Baron. Flash and Aura are in a spaceship going to Baron's place. And they're going to the planet Arborea. When I see the planet Arborea, the first thing that I get to is Endor because on Star Wars, and I don't intentionally, but the treetops, how they're around it, like Endor. I'm like,
Yes.
that's
Before Return of the Jedi.
yes. Yeah.
And that's another thing too. I think this film had a lot of influence on some future films. Anyway, you know, I feel this, in my mind, this movie kind of influenced the Fifth Element a little bit, and just in my mind, just a little bit.
Mhm. Brony, what do you think of the whole saga from where we're up to in the film?
I thought it was great.
What did you like about it, Bronny?
Just the way it all played out.
Okay.
Clytus tells Ming he's located Dale. She's then he tells Ming that Gordon is alive. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I got really good, interesting Star Wars vibes with the planet Arborea they're on.
Yeah.
All the men have green outfits. I like this part. They have a log piece. It's like a trial, and you have. I guess you could call it the trial of worthiness, or what?
It was a try because it's something. Yeah, that's something that they always do. They have to test their worth, and they have to put their hands into this particular stump where this particular creature lives, and if they don't get stung, it's like they're good to go. They show their bravery. But if you are pretty much stung, it's like, well, yeah, you showed your bravery, but we had to eliminate you. So
yes,
fair is fair.
Or yep, okay. Baron and Aura get to kiss each other, and Flash is put in a larder, basically a prison cell, in the water, murky water. Aura forbids Flash from putting him in there. She tells Baron that she'll take him away to Baron to Cyphria next week. Dale and Zarkov, they get away on a sky machine also. Okay.
But when they on the machine, and you find out that Zarkov, despite their efforts to wash his brain out and pretty much lobotomize him, he still is able to keep his brain intact. Is who he is, It's
Yes.
he says, like, you can't beat the human spirit, and it makes me think to myself, maybe we humans are far more, stronger than we think we give ourselves credit for, because he says he even had to think about a song from the Beatles just to keep himself from being some slave to them, So it's like, yeah.
We see Aura get whipped by Kala, and there's some good flashes on her back.
They're being serious. They're showing us, like, you tell us what's going on, what's part of this. It's like wow.
But the funny thing is, I'd probably be like Ming, I'd be like, keep going. I'm enjoying
Yeah,
it.
right. He's just like,
he's still like getting swift.
I mean, does he look when he's the thing he's got this this cup he's got, it's like, is that like, I mean, I know it's not olives, but it's like he's eating olives when he's watching this, it's like
yeah, nuts or something. He's just kind of sitting there going, yep, keep going.
It's like, wow.
I'm still curious what boar worms are, though. I really want to know what those are.
Now, okay. I mean, let me interject this real quick.
Go ahead.
The television show, the animated show that came on Saturday morning and came up way before this movie came out, 1 year before, they showed something that resembled worms. It actually resembled the sandworms in 84's Dune a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking, could those be the worms they're talking about? Are they like baby versions of the worms that they mentioned on the cartoon show? Maybe I'm not for sure, but I mean, they do show these worms that they're talking about in the animated version, animated version of Flash Gordon. But I mean, I digress if that's what they are, because if they are, I'm like, the ones that they're showing, I mean, they're pretty small, but not in terms of, when I say small, like earthworms, I'm thinking like maybe 6 or not even 6 or 7. I'd say like maybe a foot long as babies, something like that.
I think you're talking about Defenders of the Earth, right? Which is which is the one that had Flash, Mongo, the magician character, the fan.
Yeah,
well, that's a television show.
That's a television show. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. This is the animated, because like I say, this is how, before the movie came out, I saw the animated version on the television show. It's just a version of Flash.
I'll have to look this up.
Yeah.
And find
There was a lot of things that were coming out during me and Anubis' time that a lot of y'all might not know about.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you said you and Anubis' time.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm still a baby.
Well, you compared to us, yes, you are.
Ming has Aura planned to be banished to Phrygia the day after his wedding. He has Clytus go after Gordon and Baron. The Hawkmen take Dale and Zarkov to Sky City. I think Sky City reminds me of Cloud City in Star Wars. Actually,
they had a lot of like miniatures and stuff that they did with their practical effects, which is very cool in this film.
The old Flash Gordon serials before movies was one of Lucas's biggest influences.
Yeah, that's right.
So before there was Sky City, there was Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember too, just look at this. This movie came out the same year Empire Strikes Back came out. So it's almost but then again, George Lucas is paying homage or borrowing from Flash Gordon to begin with. So.
But it also makes me think, though, after the success of the original Star Wars, even though it was inspired by a lot of it was inspired by the Flash Gordon comic books. But
Yes, it was.
I would imagine when they were making this film, they would have went along the lines of like, they stole our ideas, man. What do we do? they've took some of our ideas from the comic book and made it into physical like media. What do we do? And they were like, right, well, we can still do our thing, but we can't make it serious. Let's make it campy and fun. And that's what they did.
Because you got to remember, Star Wars is nothing more than a a mesh of different, types of genres mixed in there, and just blended together into a very unique way where it's like it's very entertaining, but at the same time, you are, like I say, not everything is so much new, but it's just like it's redone in a way where people could say, okay, this is very entertaining, but you could see some similarities to some past things that have been done before. We know we can see those things.
Zarkov tells Voltan Flash is alive in Arborea. Flash and Baron have a trial of the Wood Beast. Baron reaches his hand in the log, doesn't get anything. On the second attempt...
Are you a bit relaxed there, Elvin?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I can
tell. Scratch.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Flash fakes his attempt, grabs Baron's sword, and Baron is on the ground. Flash escaping. He goes down a vine, and I think I heard a sound from Star Wars, and when we get the creature in the swamp, that Flash Gordon goes into the swamp, he gets a creature. And first sound that I hear, and this is just me, I hear the sound of the Gamorrean guard, aka the pig guard-like things that Jabba has in Star Wars. I hear a squeal like that sound when they're getting choked or.
Actually, I can kind of sense that, although that film will come out 3 years later. And then too, this film was filmed in England, so just like Star Wars. I mean, all the Star Wars films were. So it's possible the sound guys might have taken that.
Anubis, you're never ever gonna cut this sound. I'm always gonna be here.
He's like, I'm controlling the stream, and I want to do this and that with it.
But you get what I'm saying, though. I mean, they probably did do a borrowing from them.
Yeah. In Sky City, Flash and Zarkov Dale, Flash are reunited. I keep on forgetting to show Dale. Here's Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Zarkov and Flash.
And go Flash. And can we just say that Dale is a badass, in one scene, she is the so-called, damsel in distress motif at some point, but that when she takes out some of them guards, doing that flip, and it's like, come on now, she's like Princess Leia in a way, it's like, come on, she ain't helpless, she's pretty bad.
Just not Princess Leia though.
I know.
She's okay. She does the odd thing, but that's a bit much.
Flash and Dale have a death fight on a center platform over emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
Baron gets saved by Flash by hanging on. Baron hangs onto one of the spikes in this platform. I think it's a pretty cool looking platform for a practical effect.
It actually is.
Probably hard to make, control. Must have been a button press and then do it.
It's hydraulics. I mean, it's on a platform. It's just like, yeah, it's because you got to remember the spinning cloud effects down. that's a blue screen. You know, that was comped in later. So
Yeah. Baron and Flash shake hands.
mhm.
Baron.
Yeah. And then who rides up just as they making peace? You know,
Clyde.
yeah,
Who was that you showed on the screen?
This is Baron.
yeah.
All right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's Bond. Sorry.
You know, he's one of the main. You know, it was like flash and you miss it. Kind of. Anyway.
Yeah. So Clyde approaches Sky City. He gets punched in the gut, and Flash picks up Clyde and throws him into Spike.
Oh, God.
He tries to get up. His eyes pop out, and his mouth falls out with Clyde is dead.
That's so gratuitous. I mean, I have to say that is really gratuitous for that. You know, I mean, it's like because you see him pull himself off one of the spikes, but it's like I can't do it, and then he just falls back on it. It's like, yeah,
it's what they got away with in PG movies back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as I said again, this is supposed to be a family picture, so
That might have been some of the other complaints back then, was that it was a little bit too gruesome for younger kids to watch. So,
right.
For me personally, like my mother showed me this film a few years after, and you know, I was young. I might have been 6, 7, 8, whatever. And my mom this was one of her films that she seen in the theatre as well. I'm going to show me kids it, and there was no issue. Like we watched it as a family, and I remember my grandmother going, "Ooh, him with the axe. That wasn't nice." I cannot tell you what she meant to this day when she said that. Even when I got older. Well, who was him with the axe that you're talking about? She went, him with the axe? I went, yeah, but what character, what name?
Oh, I think
could never end.
She could never answer.
But that was my grandmother. I love her. I love her this day. She was so funny. But she used to say random things. She actually used to love Brian Best. And she used to say, I'd love to make his muffins.
or have her stuffed.
Precisely.
See, I'm not
and
saying
then, then she would give out this massive, horrendous cackle.
I'm not saying
which
that.
I cannot perform, and I do not want to. And that's my grandmother.
Wow.
And people wonder why I am, the sane person that I am.
So that means you got plenty of flavor, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've got a lot of flavors of a lot of amazing women and men in my life, but
okay.
And she literally sat there and said what she said, and I was like,
no, I mean, that's the thing we have to realize. Our older individuals who are related to us, they have seen and done everything. So by them saying something to a younger crowd, it's like, I'm not going to feel shame about saying it. I'm going to say my piece, and how you take it at that,
Well, my grandmother was full of knowledge, amazing knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And she said what she said in a
own unique way.
That was her humor.
Okay.
But she was an amazing woman, like very, dignified and all that. But she loved dirty humor. Like, she used to always follow certain humor channels that were vulgar, but they were also humorous. Mm-hmm. And it's ways that sounds bad on live YouTube, but used to follow these channels that would be like a fun of old school British humor that the rest of the world probably won't get. and she used to cackle at it, and then she used to tell us some of the jokes, and I was like, that's. But then she would ring it back to us, and I'd be like, now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's British humor.
Well, I'll put it like this: if she's a fan of Benny Hill or the Monty Python Gang, or even something older than that, it's like, yeah, I would totally.
She actually dated Benny Hill for 4 years.
Oh,
seriously, or you just is that a true fact?
She was very young, too young.
Wow,
Too young.
Okay, no, I mean. I can't. I'm just, I want to do the Benny Hill music right up, but I'm like, no,
do not.
Yeah, do not. Yeah.
Do not.
Okay, so
you can tell I've not been drinking.
Okay, Owen, let's continue on, sir.
yeah.
Okay,
you're good.
I tried that much.
Flash goes down a slide, gets on a rocket cycle, radios to Voltan, who was on Baron's planet.
Mm-hmm.
Ming has Dale, Zarkov, and Baron captured. On the cycle, one of the guards lets Kala know that Flash Gordon is approaching. She tells the guard to fire while in range. One thing I like here on this sky cycle when Flash is on it, I like how the theme of the music is played when he's on the rocket cycle approaching Ming's palace. Kala sings a war rocket called Ajax after Flash on the rocket cycle. Hawkman and Flash on the rocket cycle board Ajax and take it over, taking out all the crew. And I noticed during this part, the music's getting louder.
Mm-hmm.
And
can I just say, I gotta point this out. Oh, I gotta say this. This is where you realize this is not your traditional sci-fi film. When you hear that cranking of the guitar and the rock, it's like, okay, this is not what you call London Symphony Orchestra kind of music. No, this is like, oh yes, this is like, we're in this right now. This is the kind of music that you could expect from this kind of film. And it's like, dude, it's cranking up for a good like 2 minutes. It's like, and they're attacking and everything. It's like, and at the time, it kind of took me aback when I saw this. I'm like, why are we hearing a lot of rock music? But then as I get older, it's like, no, this fits very well for this
It's
movie.
The music when you hear it, you're at the climax.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Aura is freed and kills one of the guards in an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I read that opposite. She frees Zarkov and Baron, who are captive. And Zarkov unlocks the code. Gets the locked elevator unlocked. Baron and Baron go down it. They watch the wedding. Voltan and Flash on Ajax. With Dale being walked by guards. And Aura also there. Kala puts up some kind of shield barrier also. Ming's troops fire on Ajax. Voltan leaves. General Kala gets killed by Baron. Baron grabs the goggles off one of the agents and they all die.
Yes.
I like the cool eye. Like it's like they're like, I don't know, cyborg like. That's the one cyborg.
And that's all practical too. Remember that.
Uh-huh. We see General Kala's body melt away. I think that's cool.
But you know what? I have to say, this shows right there how alien this area really is, because that's not. I mean, if you look at some other science fiction, it's always like they're bleeding red all the time. It's like, okay, here we got people bleeding blue, bleeding green. this woman bleeds black, And I was like, okay, that's like
maybe the black just represents like a symbolism, like of evilness or something.
possibly because when she gets shot, she lays there and then she just melts like the Wicked Witch of the West. Was it
Yes.
East? Okay.
I think it's west. Zarkov pushes buttons on a console. I like how Baron does 007 style here in this little snippet. He grabs a turret, a laser turret, like a gun, and just starts shooting the guards. Bang, bang, bang.
Right.
The very inept guards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baron goes to the lightning field, starts shooting the area, tells the guards to deactivate the lightning field. Flash breaks glass and windows. Everybody scrambles. Flash crashes into the palace on
Oh God,
Ajax.
I love this moment. Yes.
I like this moment here better. The flat front of Ajax impales Ming, and green blood drips from Ming.
And can I just say that this is what you gotta remember. This is way before CG even came on the scene of anything. The way the actor, I think how actor pulls himself off this thing, it's some kind of mechanism where it's able to keep him. Because I'm trying to figure out how it was done, but he's able to pull himself off, and it's like it looks like he's really impaled by this thing. Right. But I know it's some kind of pulley.
There's like a wire.
It has to be something because it's like that's. I mean, it looks so real, but we know it's not. But it's I love
like
that.
Like it sticks in and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Flash threatens Ming with a sword, and Ming fades away.
Yeah, he just disappears. It's like, my life is not to be taken or given or whatever he says, And it's like you're faded, man. And then and the thing about this is the thing I think people tend to forget at this moment. But it's like, is Earth safe? Is Earth still in danger? And Baron comes out and says the generations have been destroyed. So it's like, okay, Earth is saved. And this is a classic moment. I'm pretty sure if you want to take this over or not, this is a classic moment coming up with the fish-eyed, Joy coming over, and he's got the sword, and he said pretty much yes. He's like yeah. I love that moment. That's a very iconic moment, I have to say.
Flash jumps for excitement. Baron becomes ruler of Mongo. And Vulcan is appointed as general of the armies. I like this cool little tidbit. The Hawkmen make the word thanks with their wings, and also the word flash.
Yes, Brian West. Yes.
But of course, we're left
with a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger
with a little shit mark. Yes.
That is basically the summary of Flash Gordon.
Pretty much simplified. See?
Indeed.
What is your guys' final thoughts and rating out of 10 for?
Start with Anthony Jordan. Let's just go around the room. Anthony Jordan, you're first.
Anthony, give us.
Well, first time watching it, I kind of didn't know what to expect. But I really did enjoy it. It was fun. It was campy, but it still knew when to take itself seriously. And a phenomenal cast from Seadow and Timothy Dalton. Any movie you have my favorite James Bond in, that's a positive. I'm going to give it maybe a solid, for a first time watch, 8 out of 10. But I'm just doing that because I know this is a film that the more I watch it, the more it's going to grow on me.
Yeah.
Brony.
Yeah. It's like we had a pretty solid discussion about this film, and it was really enjoyable to watch with you guys.
What would you rate it out of 10?
I think I'll probably go 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Jedi.
Well, for me now, because this is a childhood favorite of mine, and like I say, it's so like I say, I think it was ahead of its time too in terms of design and everything. Because
Oh
the
yeah,
character,
definitely.
it was something like I say. I mean, the character is like over. It's almost 90 years old. The character is, but back then this might have been a little bit more for like say the 90s, maybe something like that, but in all fairness though, this film is just a love letter to what the serials were, and like I say, it still put in a place in my heart for me. So for me, I give it a 9 out of 10 for sure.
Mr. Lambert.
Me, obviously, the Queen soundtrack, the whole aesthetic of the movie, it's ingrained into my head because I was, my family, my mom, my dad, whatever, brought it into me, and it's just a good film for me personally in terms of Brian Best. He's a British icon. He is, whether use outside of the UK might not know his impact, but here in the UK, he's always Brian's best. That is just who he is. But at the same time, this film, Sandow is my biggest star in this film. He is the one. Ming is the star for me in this film. That's just my preference. So because of all of what I've said, for me personally, this film is getting I'm going to go a little bit lower. 7 out of 10.
Okay.
For me, this film is a lot of fun. I don't watch it super often, but when I do, I always enjoy it. It's still a lot of fun to watch. I can see the campiness of it all. Brian Blessed, he is without a doubt the star of the film. His energy and everything just really brings a lot into it. But Timothy Dalton, you can see exactly why he was chosen to be Bond, because he's got a great screen presence, whether it's serious or not. Like, it's funny too because they used him in a more serious capacity for this film. But if you ever seen Hot Fuzz, he's like a total comedian in that and just goddamn hilarious. So it's kind of interesting how he's able to do comedy later and just a more serious role here. But I really enjoyed this film still a lot. I don't think I'd ever give it like a 10 out of 10. I mean, it like with Jedi, it's like a childhood favorite in a lot of ways, but it has its own little issues here and there with the editing and the screenwriting, but I think I'd give it like an 8.5 for sure.
So I really enjoy this movie. 10 out of 10 for me. Queen is one of the best bands ever. The score, the casting choices, the action scenes, a lot of stunts in this one that I enjoyed. If nobody has seen it, go check out this amazing film that I highly, highly, highly recommend.
That's true.
Upcoming content. Who do we want to start with?
Start with Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony.
Well, working on Montober right now, so I got that coming up. I do want to do a natural disasters live stream discussion. And since we have 2 people in the chat working on 2 different Star Trek movies, I want to do the one in between those 2 so we can cover the whole trilogy of that particular story arc. Other than that, I got up and coming stuff with Kevin for his Samurai Month. And next month, me, DJ Anubis, and Tony of the Dead have Ghouls of Midnight. And once we find out the pick for that month, we'll let you know.
Yep.
Okay. Brony, do you have
Brony, I know you kind of want to get your stuff started. So, do you have any plans? Like, you want to explain like what you plan to do with your own
like
stuff?
what games? What stream games do you want to stream?
I'm kind of more geared towards story games opposed to playing games online because like sometimes if I want to do games online I want to have music of my own, but then I also run the risk of having copyright issues, but I feel like if I do
We
games
all hit that way.
like story related like DK64 or a Mario game, games of those kinds of natures, then I feel like it'll be more enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, good luck with all that, Brony.
Hope you do come through.
Jedi.
Well,
you know me, I'm the boring one of this group, so
No, you're not.
I'll just
None of us are
That
boring.
is absolute the biggest fucking pile of shit I've ever heard in my life.
I just said that to get a reaction. No, but I do know that me and Anubis has something coming up next month, which is going to be talking about what's the last man standing. It's for the Bruce Willis film on the what's it called? I mean, I'm trying to,
Last Man Standing.
no, I'm saying not the last man standing, but what's it called on the segment on your channel. Cult Cinema. Thank you. You say I'm
Cinema.
I'm acting stupid here, but no, we're going to be doing something like that. But also on my channel, following next week because it's the first week of September, I will be talking about Pray for Death next Saturday. I'll be discussing that, and that Sunday following it, I will be doing my Jedi Grand Velle Productions, special Jedi Grand Velle Productions presentation. It's just something that I won't explain until you see the thing, unless you want to watch it. Then following 2 weeks later, next 2 Saturdays, I will be doing a podcast that discusses the top favorite Ishiro Honda directed films. Okay, so it's basically what is your favorite of his, and just to be clear, it could be any of the Godzilla, but it's more towards what are other films he's directed that you find that affects you as a viewer. So that's going to be that. And then following that will be the 75th anniversary of The Day the Earth Stood Still, the 1951 classic sci-fi film, which is, I feel like, broke ground in terms of what sci-fi we see nowadays. And later that month, I will be doing a revisit on Matango, which is, I think it's on a Saturday too. I'm not sure who's going to be joining. I know Mark Justice will be joining. Hopefully, Thrash will be there. He said he wants to. Anyone else here can join up and talking about that. And besides that, it's kind of funny that Anthony mentioned Star Trek, because I will be doing a podcast in November talking about my favorite Star Trek film, The Voyage Home. So just for future updates on that. But other than that, that's about all I'll talk about, because I figure like kind of keep people's mouth watering with what's coming up on my channel.
Kevin?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah, okay.
If you want to know, next month we have a Samurai month on the entertainment headquarters. So we are basically doing the Akira Kurosawa Part 2 special, which is dedicating his career, and a load more of samurai movies in, spotlight.
Apparently,
So
Kevin
that's
Lambert's
all.
drank a lot of sake tonight.
I have drank enough rye wine. Roy is my friend.
Deep Roy.
Roy's our boy.
Deep Roy.
That right.
Roy is my boy. He supplied me this and fuck his wife. Anyway, that's
Brony will tell you that's a chant from Smash Bros.
anyway.
Brony's like lost with all this.
I know, Brian. Sorry about this. But...
And if there's anybody who's watching this actually live, you're like, these people are fucking crazy. Anyway.
That's an understatement.
It at first glance, it might seem like we're really crazy, but that's only because we are.
I mean, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yes,
Exactly.
we are.
Exactly. Keep going, Kevin. What else you got coming
Yeah,
up?
I'm fucking saying you ain't done yet.
Or do we have to like just read your mind?
So, September, there is a lot going. We are celebrating our Samurai Month, our second one. It is the Kira Kurosawa second tribute. Love the director, love his movies. I've just literally watched the last of the films that are going to be in that group, and I literally got very emotional. I don't know why, but I did. But that is taking place on the... Sorry, that... It just got mixed up.
It happened.
I think it is the 25th of next month, unless I've got that wrong. I don't know. I do know on the 4th it is the Retro Classic Movie Show with me, Indigenous, talking about Khan. But you have to get back to me about the dates because I've got them a bit mixed up. Sorry.
Sorry, so you said the 25th is for September, right?
Or what?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like the something you said was the 25th.
We'll get back to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all good. DJ Anubis.
For me, going into next week, I've got an interview with director Zoe Kavanaugh for Monday. Then Tuesday, I'm getting together with Rick Myers for action film Autopsy. And then that Friday, as Kevin mentioned, he and I are going to do the Retro Classic Movie Show with Star Trek 2. And that's what I've got on my plate immediately right now.
Let's see. I was filling out stuff for what we're doing next month. I don't have the thumbnail for next month, in fact, yet. But we are doing 13 Ghosts from 2001 that has Monk's actor in it. Monster Squad is the next month after that.
Oh, yes.
The month after, I'll let Anubis choose between one of these two. But I wanted to do, since we lost a couple legends in Tim Curry and in Peter Cullen, I wanted Anubis gets to choose between either Clue or It, Tim Curry's It, for November. But then also, this will close out Savants for the year. In December, we are going to be covering Transformers 2007 that Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime voiced in that. Then, the Henshin Revolution podcast thing that me and Anthony are doing is going monthly now. That way I get more time to do more stuff to work on. Then, this is our first project. So me and Jedi are going to be doing a Star Wars show. And this is our first... Here, let me put this better so you can...
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. That's...
Let me change.
I saw it. I saw a bit of it.
Okay.
I see nothing.
Yeah, so It is. Here we go.
I saw part of it. It's like yes.
This is the first.
Wow.
This is the first movie thing we're gonna cover. If you want to get into Ahsoka and know who Ahsoka is, this is the start of that. Because this.
But it says it's the movie review while you're doing the show.
It's a cartoon movie.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
It's like an hour 30, not long.
About 90 minutes or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this
Wow,
is
that's pretty. I like this though. I mean, I know that you get yourself, but I mean, I didn't know I was gonna look as, dashing as I was. Okay.
But and then
You arrogant prick.
I know.
But that is called the Mandalorian Count. That is a show where we'll probably step into the world of the TV shows,
It's because the Jedi didn't get laid in this
the
year.
movies, maybe.
Okay.
Because he's
When
so good.
You were asking the date. If
Yes, the dates and everything. I mean, is it in October or
we
like?
could do it next month if you want, in like
That's fine.
on the. I don't know what your availability. Maybe the last Friday of the month. If you have.
I think. Well, let me be sure because that's what I was looking at too. I believe so. I think I am available. Let me see. The last Friday. You know what? Yeah, we could do it the last Friday of. We could do it the last Friday.
Or if you want, you can do it the 25th. Also, that
The what now?
the 25th is the Godzilla thing on Kevin's, but
it's up to you. I mean, it's your thing. So
yeah.
decide what. Because I do have something on the 26th of September, so it's really up to you.
And then also behind the scenes, I'm bad today with stuff. But I'll add this to the stage, and this is my solo show. I am
Nice. Solo. Han Solo.
if I can.
You can do
So,
it.
Brony, how did you feel being on the channel today?
I don't
Yes.
think you're.
Yeah, I heard it's great being on the channel today.
Good having you, man.
Yeah, we can say.
And then this is my show. I'm gonna make this intro longer, but we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
probably
this.
rework that
Okay.
thumbnail too for you, so remind me.
Okay. Yeah, but this will be what we're
I'm actually very excited to do that one, to be honest.
Hellboy.
You kidding me?
And then
You're doing Hellboy without me.
Well, it's not the movie itself; it's the character of Nawada who we're focusing on.
Well, Nuada, I know all about Nuada.
well, you could join us if you want.
If
Yeah.
you choose.
I live and breathe Hellboy.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Excuse me.
But this has been Silver Screen Savants. Make sure you go check out all these amazing channels. All their links are in the description below. We will see you next month.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Say,
Thanks for joining us.
Sorry, my camera was off
Thanks
because
for having me on
I
too.
didn't.
Yeah.
I did not have my camera on for the last 3 minutes because the cat was being nasty.
technical difficulties. That's all.
So anyway, despite all that, listen, I'm going to say this before we end the channel. Thank you, Alvin, for having me on. You have been an amazing host. DJ Anubis, thank you for being the co-host. Thank you, everyone watching. This has been a brilliant experience for me to be on Alvin's channel. Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. Thank you, everybody, for being here.